Hello everybody, my name is Greg Argond, and I'm going to be talking about George A. Romero's Diary of the Dead. The first point of view kind of filmed movie, where the main character is Jason Creed, who is going to be our filmer of the movie. And his character is basically filming the end of time, while he's traveling with his friends to basically find civilization, if there is any civilization left after zombies start eating everybody's faces. Now, what I really liked about this movie is that there is actually one sequence in this movie that really does scare me. About halfway through the movie, Jason and his friends end up finding this little compound with these people who've organized against the zombies, who've really well organized themselves, but it turns out that one of the people has ended up dying, and they can't find his body. Like, he died of a heart attack, and apparently this zombie is just walking around, and Jason Creed is so into like making movies that he's like sitting there editing his film, and he's doing it in the way back in the compound, and this compound's actually pretty big, actually like really big. It reminds me a little bit of Day of the Dead big, and he ends up basically getting lost. And while there's not a lot happening, it's really scary to see like only his perspective, because it's really quiet in this compound and really fucking dark, and he's lost. And I really like that scene or sequence. It's just I really enjoy it. Another thing that I really like about this movie is this character named Ridley Wilmot, played by Philip Riccio, who is the mummy in the beginning that's being filmed by Jason Creed. What I like Ridley is that about halfway through the film, Jason Creed ends up getting a broadcast showing Ridley as like being like really overly happy at this like really nice mansion. Like, he's sitting there drinking wine, and he's like all smiley with his girlfriend. Everything's good for Ridley. So they end up going to Ridley's compound, and when they get there, they get some interesting surprises. One being that the door is flung wide open, and there's no gates surrounding Ridley's mansion. And when they get inside, they find a lone Ridley who seems to be a little tad deluded of what's going on around him, but still very happy. Happy to the point of being creepy. And what's so interesting and what I love about this character, Ridley, is that they take a really happy, nice character, and they make it so that he's basically extremely deluded and incredibly shattered of a character. Like, his perception is very askew, because he still believes that he's it's weird, because he believes that he is happy still. He believes that like everything is happy-go-lucky, but the way he starts talking, when they start really asking him questions about like where everybody is, and he keeps on saying out back. They're out back. Yeah, they're out back with my dad, my mom too, my girlfriend too. And his character, like what they end up finding out what he does, like what he did, it's really strange and just pretty sad. But at the same time, Ridley Wilmot actually ends up becoming my favorite character of all the characters in the of the Dead movies, just because it's so fun to analyze, like, his character once they get to the mansion, because like what he's saying and what like actually is very chopped up and confused, and like his character is just so like disconnected from what is really happening. It's interesting how they messed with his character. Now let me talk about what's bad about this movie. One of the main characters, Tony Ravello, is this really like this pessimistic person who is following Jason Creed. He's one of the students like filming. He is pessimist to the point of being very unhelpful, and like I don't know if like it added anything to the film, because mainly when I was watching him, like he would say like while they were killing the zombies, he would say like to the people who were like really shocked about having killed these zombies, because like they were once people, he's just like he points out like those are people that you're killing. You're a murderer. It's just like, wow, thanks you bitch. I mean, you're basically just pointing out, like, like that these were once people, and that like, but at the same time, this guy actually really does believe that they are people, but he never stops with his pessimism. Like he's just like if you lit a fire like under his foot and told him your foot is on fire, he'd be just like, nah, it happens all the time. There's no fire there. You know, it's just like an alien, like glowing a flashlight on my foot. Like his character just gets to the point of being very annoying, and I really don't think it adds anything to the film. The actor's fine. The actor's fine. He actually did really really well playing Tony, but at the same time, Tony is just an annoying ass character. Now Michelle Morgan, that was my main problem with this film. It wasn't like her character's like. Her character's an interesting character, but what annoyed me is that they have her character narrating the entire film, and her narration is just like so bleak and so like, oh, it's so annoying to me because what she's like saying basically is it's kind of like, we're just trying to survive. You know, oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know you're just trying to survive. And like another thing that she says is, "Are we worth saving?" And she uses this example, this home video, where these two rednecks they basically tie up some zombies and use them for tie up some zombies to trees and use them for shooting practice. And she was just like, "Are we worth saving?" And they blow one of their heads off. And I was just thinking to myself, oh my god, like. These people, these rednecks who were able to actually tie up zombies that could have eaten them, tied them up to trees, and were still alive, unscathed, and used them for shooting practice. Yes, we're worth saving. These fucking rednecks just basically owned the zombies. 2 rednecks, 3 zombies. Zombies completely owned. And I know it's kind of like a giant question as to whether humanity is worth saving for like how diabolical we might be. I guess it's George A. Romero's way of showing this is diabolical, this is evil. Flicking you over the head with the evil. It kind of like that message is shown in the Night of the Living Dead remake. At the end, there's kind of like a redneck bonfire where they're basically just like having a good old time, like a Buddy and Pal's fucking barbecue, and like they're also killing zombies in the back as well. It's just like, are we worth saving? It's kind of a recurring theme throughout these films. But it really doesn't hit me. It doesn't hit me. Like, see, all I see when I see these rednecks, like, tying up these zombies is extreme ingenuity, balls through the fucking walls, and, like, at the same time, they're dominating. I want these guys on my side. I don't want zombies to take over. I want these motherfuckers to, like, be able to just mow these things down, rebuild some, like, society. Like, maybe we're not worth saving, but at the same time, damn, these guys completely dominated the zombies. I mean, they were willing to tie them up to trees. I could go on forever. I'm going to give this movie a neutral thumb, because I think it is a decent movie. This is like 3 times after watching it. Second time, it would have been this. Third time, I really honed in on Ridley Wilmot's character, and I really, really do love his character. The de-evolution of his sanity was extremely interesting to watch, even though they didn't give him nearly enough time, I don't think. But it was a really good payoff with his character. So yeah, the neutral thumb, it's worth seeing, but man, the first time I watched this movie, I fucking hated it. And the second time I watched it, I hated it. Third time I watched it, it's kind of a pass for me, but it's a neutral thumb. Not bad or good. Stay tuned next time for Survival of the Dead. I don't think I could ever change my opinion on that film. So take it easy, guys. Yeah, neutral thumb for me. Peace.